Okay, I'm going to show you how to make the beanie this is a tutorial from the class today, and I'm starting with a bottom beanie and bottom up beanie. So I'm working the ribbing band, and I'm going to start with a foundation row of double crochet. So first of all, we make our slip knot, and then I am going to make I want it 21 inches. So we'll see how we go, but it should be roughly around 64 crochet. So I'm going to start for my foundation row. I've got my slip knot on my hook, and I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to go into the first chain that I made here, and I'm going to do my foundation row. So I yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on my hook. I want to make a chain 1, 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now this here is the chain that I just made, and this is the double crochet here. So I'm going to continue working in, and I'm going to work almost vertically. So for a double crochet, I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to insert my hook into that chain that I made, which is just there, like that. I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. With 3 loops on my hook, I'm going to make my chain space. That is my chain there. And then I'm going to make my stitch. So doing a foundation row, you're doing the chain and the stitch all in one. It just gives it some stretch. So there's my chain stitch, and now I'm doing a double crochet. So again, I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into that chain that I made, just there, yarn over and pull up a loop. With 3 loops on my hook, I'm going to do my double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And this is making my foundation row of double crochet. I'll just get that stitch marker out of the way. So again, yarn over, insert my hook into that chain space, make a chain, there's my chain, and then make my stitch. Make my chain 1, and then make my stitch. So I'm going to do that until I have a double crochet foundation row that measures 21 inches long. That should be the size for an adult, standard adult, medium adult, maybe even beanie. If you've got a smaller head, you want to maybe do 20 inches. If you've got a larger head, you might want to do 22 inches. But doing it with a foundation row ensures that you will have stretch in the ribbing. If you start with just going to tighten that up. See how that's a little bit loose there? I can tighten that up and pull my slip stitch tight, and you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double crochets done already. In this, I will pause it soon and continue going, and then you can make your foundation row. Just the foundation row gives it a bit of stretch. So if you see it's quite stretchy, if you do a chain and then double crochet into the chain, you'll find there's a bit of resistance, and that's not particularly a nice feeling for a beanie edge or an ear warmer or something. It kind of feels a bit unusual, potentially. So keep making our double crochet foundation row. Again, making my chain first and then making my stitch. So at the moment, this only measures, if you can see that on my little ruler, this measures 4 inches, and I want 21. So I'm going to keep going, and I will come back once I have 21 inches. Okay, now I finished my foundation row, and it is, oops, let me slide this down so you can see, it is 21 1 inches. I hope you can see that. Let me just move this down a little bit further. It is 21 inches, trust me. Anyway, so that's my first row. Now I am going to show you how to do the ribbing, the front post, back post. Now I am going to start with a standing double crochet. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. And then rather than doing a 3 chain to get my height, I'm going to do what is called a stacked double crochet. Sorry, not a standing, a stacked. So with my working loop on my hook, I'm going to insert my hook into that stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. With 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through 2. And then see this little bar here? I'm going to insert my hook there, yarn over and pull up a loop. With 2 on my hook, yarn over and pull through 2. Now that is a stacked double crochet. So it's a single crochet on top of a single crochet essentially. And that just gives it a cleaner finish. Actually, do you know what I was supposed to do? Let me pull that out. I should have actually joined it first. Hang on. Because you're actually going to join this beanie now. So let me do one more. I just lost my last stitch. So I'm going to do my last my last foundation double crochet. And then I'm going to join it. I want to join it here because I want to work in the round now. I beg your pardon. Sorry about that. So I'm going to put my hook into here, which is the first stitch I made. And I'm going to yarn over and pull that through with so I'm slip stitching essentially. And now I'm going to do my standing double crochet into here. So I'm going to insert my hook and I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. With 2 loops on my hook, I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2. So that is a single crochet. And then into here, this bar here, just here, I'm going to insert my hook there, yarn over and pull up a loop. And with 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through both. That is my first stitch. I'm going to mark it with a stitch marker, just because I like to. And here, my stitch marker goes just here. So just behind my working loop. And then I'm going to do a front post and a back post alternating all the way around. So I'm in double crochet. So to do that, I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to insert my hook from the front of my work to the back. And around, from the back to the front. So I'm like that. And then I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop and do my double crochet as normal. Now to do the back post, I yarn over and I go from the back to the front and back to the back. I'm around that post there, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So I'm alternating a front post with a back post of double crochet. So instead of going into the stitch, I'm going around the post. The post is just here, the stitch is here. So I'm going around this post. So I'm going in for the front post, I'm going in from the front towards the back and then back through to the front like that. And then I yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And what I'm doing is, you can see here, it's creating a little rib. And it's quite stretchy for the bottom of a beanie, which is nice, or an ear warmer. So again, yarn over, front to back, back to the front, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And again from the back, so yarn over, this is a back post. So I'm going behind my work and to the front and then back to the back. I'm yarning over and pulling up a loop. Like that. So I just continue this all the way around. When I get back to the start, I will show you how to slip stitch to join, but I want to do 5 rows of front post, back post, double crochet for the ribbing of my beanie. When I get back, I'm going to pause it now and let you go. When I get back to here, I will come back on and show you how to join it. Okay, so I'm almost back around. I'm just going to do the last couple of stitches for this first front post back post row on camera, and then I will show you how to join and keep going. That's my last stitch. Now I'm here and I want to join here, so I'm just going to move my stitch marker just over a little bit, and I'm going to insert my hook, no yarn over, just straight in, and slip stitch that to close it. So that is, I'll show you again. I just got my working loop on, no yarn over. I just put my hook into there, into where my stitch marker is. I yarn over and pull up a loop, and then I pull that loop through this loop like that, and that's called a slip stitch. And I've shut that round off now. I'm going to quickly just do this here. Just with my little tail, I want to just pull that through here like this to tie this off, when I will do that properly with a darning needle at the end, but I just want to hold it in place. So for now, I'm just going to pull that through like so and just go back through here. Just want to secure it really so it doesn't keep opening up. That's all, and I'll do that properly with a darning needle at the end. But now you can see I've got my band, and now that I have folded it and joined it, it is 10.5 inches, which is exactly what I want for the size, for a medium to average size adult. Now I'm just going to keep going around with my front post, back post. Actually, I'll show you the stacked double crochet one more time. So I'm just going to chain one. That doesn't count as a stitch, just gives me a bit of height and makes my single crochet easier. I'm going to put my hook into there, yarn over and pull up a loop, and with 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through. That's a single crochet. And now into this bar here, I'm going to do another single crochet. So I'm going to go insert my hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through 2. And then I'm going to put my stitch marker just in here, just like that. That's the top of my stitch made. That's where I need to slip stitch it closed to when I'm finished. Now I am going to do, I've got 2 rows. I want to do 5 rows of ribbing, and then I will come back and show you how we're doing the body part of the hat. Actually, I should explain to you, for this row here, I'm going to continue doing the front post, back post, and I want to make sure I work front posts into my front posts and back posts into my back posts. So I am continuing the same pattern. Oh, I've just got a little knot in my yarn, but I want to make sure that I'm doing front posts in front posts and back posts in back posts, because we want to continue that look of the ribbing. So there's a back post. The front posts pop out to the front, the back posts pop out at the back of your work, hence the name. And I'm going to continue doing this. So I'm going to go in and around for the back post. The front post is through just like that. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over 2, yarn over 2, and then my back just the same. As you get the hang of it, you'll get faster. I also find it is sometimes helpful to pinch that just there when you're doing the back post, so you don't snag your hook on your yarning over and pulling up a loop. It can get snaggy there sometimes, so just be mindful of that. If it is, then pinch it like that, so you're pulling it through easier. So, oops, I just dropped that. I am going to continue around. I've got a bit of my ribbing done already, 3 rows high. You can do 3, you can do 4 rows, you can do 5. I might come back at 4 and see what it looks like, and then decide then if I want to do another row or not. Some people like to fold their beanie up on the rim. It just depends what you prefer. I will do another couple of rows of the front post, back post, and I'll come back. Okay, so I've done 4 rows of my ribbing, and I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm happy with that height. You can see how it stretches nicely. My size is right. If I'm stretching that a bit, it's 11 inches. That's okay, I'm stretching it. I've tried it on, it fits nicely. Now I'm going to show you how to start the next row. So I'm going to put my hook back in. I'm just going to take that stitch marker out. I'm going to chain 1, which won't count, and then I'm going to make a single crochet. So I'm doing this beanie, for those that came to the class that you will know, is a lemon peel stitch. So I've done a single crochet. I'm going to put my stitch marker in there. So I'm just keeping tally of where I'm going. And a lemon peel is alternating single, double, all the way around. So I've done my single. Now I'm doing my double. And then I'm doing my single, and so on until you get back to the start. So it's a very easy pattern, and it gives a nice texture. I'll just show you. There's my first few stitches. So a single crochet is working loop only on the hook. Insert your hook and pull up a loop. 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. A double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and you're just alternating them in each stitch all the way around. And then the next row I started with a single crochet here. The next row I will start with a double. So I will work a double crochet into the top of the single, and in the double crochet I will work a single, and so on all the way around. I will come back when I get to there and show you again. All right, I've got a couple of stitches left to go. I'm up to a single. I'm going to do a double and then a single. So here's my last stitch here. This is my chain 1. That doesn't count, remember? So there's my single, and now I'm going to slip stitch to close. So I'm going to put my hook into that there, yarn over and slip stitch, and now I'm going to chain 2, which doesn't count as a stitch, and I'm going to start with a double because I've got a single here. So my new row, I'm starting with a double crochet, and then I'm going to put my stitch marker into that double crochet just here, and I will continue around again, and I'm going to do a single crochet and then a double. So you should be able to see, here's my single, and I'm working a double on top of it, and here's my double. I'm going to work a single on top of that. So alternating this pattern gives it the texture that it is called, which is lemon peel. Gives you that puckered sort of look. You'll see it more once you get a few rows going. I'm going to continue to get the height of my hat, and then I will come back.